So I reached out to the company MOOER, I think that's how you say their name. Reached out to them a couple weeks ago and I asked them if I could try out a few of their pedals. So I got the EchoVerb here today and I'm gonna show you how to use all the features on it. So this is what the pedal looks like when you get it in the box. I had to put some tape on it just to cover a barcode. But yeah, you just comes with a little manual, you get some stickers, comes with a little instruction manual. And there's really not much to it. You don't get a lot of bells and whistles when you buy this product, which is totally fine by me. I'm not really into all the extra stuff that you don't need anyway. So the first thing you want to do is you just want to give the pedal some power, some 9-volt power, like DC adapter like every other guitar pedal. Put it to the top of the unit like that. And I'm going to run it in the effects loop of my NUX Trident. And you do that by running a cable from the send of the Trident to the input of the pedal, and then another cable from the return of the Trident into the output of the pedal. If you were going to set it up in your regular signal chain in front of your amp, you would just put it at the very end of your chain before your looper pedal, which would go at the end. So I usually put it just before the reverb because otherwise you repeat the reverb. But that's essentially the setup that I use. And then I also had to go into the Trident and also enable the effects loop in order to actually get it to work. And that took me a hot second to figure out as well. And as you can see, I'm just using my audio interface. So as you can see by looking at this pedal, you got a couple different controls on it. You have your 3 controls on top here. You have your time, tone, your level mix, and then you have your feedback and your decay. So depending on which switch you have it on right here at the top, that's going to determine which part of the pedal that you're using. So for instance, when you're switched up to the top, you're adjusting the delay. And then when you're flipped downwards, you're in the reverb. And that's just the sound of the window smacking against the frame because of the wind outside. So how this pedal works essentially is that, like what I said, it switches back and forth between those two. When you switch it like that, you now change the functions of these knobs to be according to the switch that you're on. So for instance, now we're set on reverb. So this is adjusting the tone, the mix, and the decay. But when you switch it back to the delay, now you're adjusting the time, the level, and the feedback. So it's digital. It gets saved every time you switch back and forth. So it like automatically saves everything, every way that you change it. So for instance, let's put it on reverb right now. So now we're gonna change the setting. So obviously we got a lot more, right? Because we are turning the mix way up. So let's put it back to like here. So now if we adjust this is going to be, or no, the tone, excuse me. So that's adjusting the EQ of your reverb. So let's turn the tone way up. So now it's a lot more airy, right? There's way more higher ends on that reverb. So we'll put it down to like middle way. fact, I might even turn it down a wee bit more. And then over here, you got your feedback and decay. Let's actually turn the decay down a bit because it's a little much. I don't know, I think I maybe even like the decay. It sounds all right. By the way, if you're looking for something to practice, get my fretboard memorization cheat sheet from travelingguitarist.com/fretboard cheat sheet. What it is it's all the triads, the major and minor triads in every single key. Through the octave mapping technique and through a couple other techniques, you can actually just learn to memorize not only the notes of the fretboard, but you can also learn how to improvise in a bunch of different keys by understanding the the foundation of harmony, which is the triads, right? The foundation of chords. You can also sign up to my forum at forum.travelingguitarist.com. There you can chat with people about guitar and music and whatever else you'd like. Let's set it to about a little bit past halfway. So you kind of get the idea there, and when we flip it up to delay, now when we flip it to delay, we're going to adjust the delay parameters. So we can turn the level way down now. Let's crank it, see what that sounds like. So I don't really like that, that's way too much. Turn that down a bit. So we're going to adjust the time. So as you can see, it's going to change the flashing light. So we get that's a fast delay time, right? You turn it away like that, and we can make it very slow. So it goes very fast. Then it goes very slow. And this is going to be our feedback. So let's turn the feedback way up. That's a little much. Put it back here. It's also important to note that you have a tap tempo on this as well. So if you hold it like this, you can actually set it. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we get that. set it again, we'll make it fast. There we go, now it's super fast. My personal opinion of this pedal is that it's actually pretty good. It sounds good. But I will say that it has a learning curve. Like when I first started using it, I felt like switching between the reverb and the delay and getting all those functions to work properly. I felt that it took me a second to figure that out. Not even a second, like it took me a couple of days to get used to the way that it functions and how the memory bank changes every time you adjust one of the controls or flip between reverb and delay.